one's ever indicted you. Why?
Oh my God. Talk that woke and got bars shit. Oh. Oh. Guess who's bit at? Still smell it all on my clothes, ladies and gentlemen. And we got something a little crazy today. Eminem, if you didn't know, just dropped his brand new song off of the Revival project called Untouchable. And I just did a review a reaction to the song, and I did a lyrical breakdown. Now, as I was listening to the song, right away, I was like, you know what? I already know that I can't give my full thoughts in this video. So I gotta do a whole separate video, which is the video you're watching now. There's a lot to digest, like I said on the other video. Now, I'm gonna just go. You know, I don't got no script written down. I got nothing. These are just my genuine feelings off of listening to it for the first time. Honestly, I'm split. I want to start off by talking about the way I feel about it and the way people will view it. The way I feel about it is when it comes to technical writing, when it comes to the ability of creating lyrics, when it comes to the ability of putting pen to paper, Eminem is probably one of, if not the best that we have ever seen in hip-hop. Now, I'm just talking about the technical writing ability of rapping. Now, so there's not really a song that Eminem is gonna come and the verse is gonna be whack. Now, the way I feel about this song is that when I read it, the technical lyrics, when I read what he's saying, I get exactly what he's trying to do and I get the message and it's dope on paper. But something about Eminem's new style, it's not really new because he's been doing it for a long time, but his style of creating music is like, sometimes I feel like the Sonics hold backseat to the message, which is not always good. These last 3 songs I've heard, the message was awesome. The message was great. And I guess it was 2 songs in a cipher, from the BET cipher to If I Can Walk on Water, then I ain't no Jesus. The message was ill. And this song, the message is ill, but to me, it's like my biggest gripe with the music don't be as enjoyable as it used to. Like, these songs, these freestyles don't have a lot of replay value to them. And to me, well, let me just get into how people are seeing it. Now, I can see how people are going to hear this song and some people are not going to like this song. And even people who are woke, like people who are rightfully woke, there's going to be people who will be able to articulate exactly why and make all the sense in the world. I can see how certain people will feel like Eminem might be doing a little bit of pandering, a little bit of white shucking and jiving. I can see how some people may say that. I can see how some people may say that, are you, like, I understand that you really believe this stuff, but are you using this as an angle to sell your project? Like, is this like a theme? Like, you know how, like, Good Kid, Mad City, the theme was like Kendrick's childhood. American Gangster, the theme was like My State of a Gangster from the 40s meets the businessman of Motown's Berry Gordy. Is black inequality your angle? Now, you could take that two ways. You could take that like, look at this white guy talking about black plight to make money. But the way that I look at it more like is Eminem is one of, if not the most influential people in rap. He is more than a rapper. He's a pop star, honestly. So when he says something, it holds a lot more weight and goes a lot farther and carries a lot more. Just look at the Eminem Donald Trump cipher. He spat some stuff about Donald Trump that I've heard a lot of other rappers articulate, but CNN picked it up, MSNBC picked it up. The world stops when Eminem speaks. So I can see how it looks like somebody is pandering, or it's like, bro, I understand, like you keep talking about the same thing. What else is there? I can see that, but at the same time, in order to get a message across on the platform and the way that Eminem does, you gotta keep hitting it over the head. The problem is people forget this stuff and let it slide. Why Eminem is taking I feel like why Eminem is taking it upon himself to continuously drive this message is because he knows that he has a fan base, or a piece of his fan base may agree with certain things Donald Trump says. He wants it to know, even if it isn't his fan base, he wants the world to know I'm drawing this line in the sand. There are big issues surrounding people, and this is a human rights thing. So another thing too is I can see how, if you haven't been watching Eminem through his whole career, how this may come off, right? Because I have a theory, right? The song When I'm Gone, you remember the song When I'm Gone, just carry on, come on, rejoice every time you hit the sound of my voice, just listen, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in that song, he killed Slim Shady. Now, if you've been watching Eminem since 99, 98, you know that Eminem, his whole thing was that he was like a schizophrenic rapper. The reason why they're called D12 and there's only, I think, 6 of them is because each of them have 2 personalities, the Dirty Dozen. So I feel as if a lot of people, Marshall Mathers is the wise, thought out, a little bit more corrected version of Eminem. Slim Shady is the brash, unapologetic, dangerous, me against the world version of Eminem. Now, the way I look at it is we need Slim Shady to be saying this, because Marshall Mathers saying it doesn't hit the same way. And y'all might still be confused. Y'all might be like, okay, so what's the difference between Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers? Slim Shady is, Marshall Mathers is, now I would never diss my own mama just to get recognition. Take a second to listen. Who you think this record is dissing, but put yourself in my position. Just try to envision witnessing your mama popping prescription pills in the kitchen. Thought out, mature. He's reflecting on himself. He's saying that, like, I would never diss my own mom just to get recognition. In case you think that, he's a little bit more apologetic, explaining himself more. Slim Shady is, y'all act like you never seen a white person before. Jaws all on the floor like Pammy and Tommy just burst in the door and he started whooping their ass worse than before, just cursing the horse, suing her over furniture. That guy, unapologetic, doesn't care how you feel, doesn't care how you stand, doesn't care who's rocking with him. He's gonna say what he needs to say and offend as many people as possible, because that's what needs to happen. Now, the message he's getting across, or trying to get across and say, would work more with Slim Shady. This is what I say: bring back Slim Shady, because Marshall is good for the message. Slim Shady is good for the music and the lyrics and not as much as the message. But when Slim Shady has a cause and there's a message, that's some Malcolm X type ish comparative to Martin Luther. Now, you need both sides of the coin, but for something as radical, it's not even radical, as something as unapologetic as the stance you're trying to take, I want to hear Hi kids, do you like violence? Do you want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? You want to copy me and do, or you really want to take advice from somebody who slapped D bars? Like, you on the song with Dr. Dre, that's some Slim Shady stuff. But yeah, man, how do y'all feel? Do you think Eminem is pandering, or do you think that he's in the right with this? Do you think that his message is a dope message, or do you think that it's a little predictable? Do you not believe he's doing this genuinely? That's my question. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, and by the way, even if you subscribe, you still gotta hit that little bell button, because YouTube be hating and they won't give you a notification even if you subscribe. So go ahead and do that for me. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. The name is Screw. Check out my single F Drugs. Shout out to Eminem. Dope song. Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. That means a lot. My name is Screw. I'm pretty freaking awesome, and I love you. Face.